Hey everybody, Tony D and Little Joan here with a Screenwriter's Rant on Boss Level, starring Mel Gibson, Naomi Watts, and Michelle Yeoh. Michelle Yeoh, yes, doggy. You're a big fan? Here, come over, I'll show you. Here, why don't you sit in my pocket? There you go, pocket dog. So what's the movie about? In a nutshell, it's Groundhog Day with gangsters. That's it. So this guy is, I don't know, some kind of gangster, and then people keep showing up to kill him, and he dies, and a hail of bullets, and then he just keeps coming back. And Mel Gibson is the reason he's stuck in this weird loop. So maybe it takes place in the future, and he has to keep learning new skills in order to survive. Yeah, it's also like that Tom Cruise movie. Here he is getting his head cut off. His head bounces down the stairs, and she's the sword mistress, I guess. So it's very much like a video game, which doesn't, for me, video game movies don't work. And that they call it Boss Level does not sound good. But Mel Gibson, Naomi Watts, and Michelle Yeoh are in it. So I kind of think, how bad could it be if they spent that kind of money on that kind of cast? But those guys are old, and they probably all just make cameos. It's really about this guy. I mean, it's not like Mel Gibson's the main character. Here he is getting shot in an elevator. Here he is getting stabbed. Here he is in his apartment. And the whole deal is he's trying to learn his way to save his girlfriend. You know, so he keeps getting killed, but it's an action movie where, like, he just gets better and better, just like the Tom Cruise movie. So I guess I give it a B for, effort, but a D for originality. I mean, you're just basically taking the concept. Oh my God, doggy. Your breath would knock over a rhino. And the fact that it has this weird sort of video game lettering also leads me to believe that it's somehow connected to a video game. And Frank Grillo, I guess that's the main guy. Who wrote this thing? That's what I want to know. Story by Chris Borey and Eddie Borey. Screenplay by Chris Borey and Eddie Borey and Joe Carnahan. Directed by Joe Carnahan. So, there you have it. I mean, it looks fun. I mean, the Groundhog Day concept is a good concept, but I it's hard for me to get on board with these video game movies because it feels like there's no real investment in them. If a character can just die and keep coming back because of a video game, it just doesn't feel real. Even back in the day when they did stuff like this, I always thought, this is kind of cheesy. Even Tron was kind of cheesy. This just feels like very cheesy. But I will say it looks tight. It looks like they're not wasting time. They're getting to the point, which I do like. So perhaps it is very derivative, but it does look like at least the trailer's not going to wait around. And it looks like there's a lot of action, so I don't think you're going to be bored with it. So I would say maybe. A strong maybe. I would probably watch this on a Netflix or something. And just because they put 3 name actors in the cast, I gotta think it's got a little something to it. I mean, Mel Gibson, for the most part, is in good movies. I mean, once in a while he does a bad one, but it's rare, I think, overall. And certainly if he had directed this movie, I'd be all over it. But, yeah. So I kind of got mixed feelings, but I'm leaning towards yes. I'm not sure if this is, again, if the whole thing starts out with a video game, I'd probably kind of roll my eyes and go, okay, I guess I could sit through this. Because again, that video game concept kind of undermines all the danger in it. I'd rather watch a movie like Crank or Crank 2 than something where the premise is the guy is in a video game. That's why I probably won't go see that Ryan Reynolds movie. What was it called? Something Guy. So yeah, Boss Level. Coming soonish, I guess. Coming this year to a theater, maybe near you, if theaters ever open again.